Koe no Katachi, a silent voice. More proof that animation is one of the most beautiful, creative, original, best ways of storytelling ever made. And one of the best form of art, film, television. And quite honestly, I think it is the best form of that. And here we go for a review of one of the best anime films of all time, and probably the best one, I'd have to say, of the last year. A Silent Voice, directed by Naoko Yamada, written by Reiko Yoshida, produced by Kyoto Animation. And Kyoto Animation, beautiful animation, always do fine work. Music by Kensuke Ushio, character design by Futoshi Nishiya, based on the manga by Yoshitoki Oima. A Silent Voice is the story of a deaf girl named Shoko Nishimiya, who just wanted to be friends with the main male character, a boy, named Shoya Ishida. Shoko Nishimiya. I fell in love with her instantly. She was so cute, pretty, beautiful girl. Kind, caring, innocent. How could you not love her? You know, I mean, she just won my heart. But she had her flaws, and it made her real, and it made her relatable. You know, and just like Shoya, he too, you know, was relatable. Can't forget him. Just wanted to be friends. That's all she wanted. And yet... well, Shoko transfers to Shoya's school, and because she was different, she gets bullied quite early on, and Shoya bullied her to some extremes. I mean, oof. I was instantly getting emotional from that point on. I mean, I fell for her. I mean, the whole movie is just one emotional ride. More on that. Because of this, he is then turned on against by his classmates and friends, and bullied, ignored himself. Years pass and his life is just miserable, and he feels just to end it all. The point really wasn't her being deaf, but it was more the results and chains of effects from our main male protagonist, and him not accepting and understanding her and thinking she was abnormal, and how his life suffered from that. But he grows and learns throughout this film. After he knows what he did wrong with his sins, he just wants to be forgiven and repent. Shoya and Shoko reunite again later on, after they get much older. He tries to make amends. They do grow closer and bond, and she really takes a liking to him. And this is where most of the film takes place now that they're, you know, years later from after all that stuff there, when she was a cute little thing and now she's grown up to be a more mature, cute little thing. She's adorable. She's cute. Definitely a waifu material. Just saying it. I mean, it really is so sweet and cute and innocent, and it's just, I don't know, I like it. I feel like they have a good bond and a good chemistry. Even though, you know, how he was, and all she wanted was just to be friends with him, and now he kind of sees that and he feels that, and throughout there you see how you feel for her too, because like Shoya, Shoko has so much inner conflict and inner turmoil, and it just kills you to see both of them kind of go through all this, when I feel like it's so easy for them to be like, come on, just be happy. Always down on herself and felt she was no good and worthless in a sense, and she always apologizes for everything, when it's like, girl, don't apologize. I mean, you don't have to. Shoko and Shoya make the film so watchable. They're so relatable. You can, you know, we've all been there. We all feel like we're kind of like at one point in our lives, like down on ourselves, worthless, what's the point? And seeing them do that, it's heart-wrenching and gets to you. And again, you root for them the whole time, and you just want happiness for them all. The movie really shows the audience what it's like with youth and school, and to be different and an outsider and all that stuff there. And sure, Shoko, you know, he was a kid, so he kind of had to go up that thing there. He didn't quite understand her because she was different, but he still didn't have to go the way he did. Thus, the little ripple effect that was the rest of his life. And he just didn't know how to handle the situation because she was different, sadly acted out in a bad way, and hates what he did to her back then and just wants to make amends for it. And then end up being friends once he realizes that's all she wanted. Shoya is outcast throughout life, but because Shoko is back in his life then turns around. And again, for the better, and he gains friends, and Shoya's best friend, Tomohiro Nagatsuka, is really the best friend you could have. Loyal, true, and cares for you deeply. He is all of us. Obsessive, silly, out there, maybe too confident at times, very otaku. The scene with Shoko's sister reveal with him was hilarious. And again, I'm just like, he is so us. Loved him. Loved all the characters. Except for a certain someone. By golly, he's happy again, but he just can't understand why he should be happy. He doesn't believe and feel like he deserves to be happy. He deserves all this. And that really just, again, this movie is so emotional. There's so much in it. I mean, I'm getting emotional and starting to, like, cry because of it. Just thinking about all the stuff in there really just, I've never been to a movie in so long where it just really does get you. The film had many dark and unsettling issues, being discussed throughout the whole film. Like I said, there was, bullying, suicide attempt, thoughts on suicide, so on, and it was delivered, I felt, perfectly, and everyone that I've known that's seen it and talks about it and reviews it all say the same thing, emotionally and just really heart-wrenching, really gets you just driven by all that. And that's the kind of films and stuff that I like, where it's about characters and life and stuff like that, and not so much of just, we have to go on a journey for an hour and a half or 2 hours, and, action and stuff like that. I mean, it was delivered well, and it sticks with you long after the film ended. Watch this made me reflect on my own past, my own youth, and that's again why it was very a relatable film, because grade school, some of the friends I had, they bullied a few of the different classmates out there, the ones that are more nerdy, geeky, into all that kind of stuff, the stuff that I love and the stuff that I liked then. But these ones there that were like, oh, let's, they did stuff, and I was up there watching them do it and then partaking in it, and then a lot of times they did take it a little too far, and that really just, that didn't settle with me, and then that, thankfully, is when things changed for me, and I feel like I grew for the better because I distanced myself from them and befriended the ones that were bullied because they liked the same stuff I liked. They like to draw, they love to do art, they love the comics and the heroes and, all the nerdy, geeky, cartoony and stuff like that. So it was for the better. And watching this and how that affected made me think, damn, that was the people I knew, and I'm glad I changed and didn't become like that. You don't see a story like this represented in, anime much less, but in, most, film and television about deaf girls, and it was nice to see that anime take that leap and do that representation for people. This film and all its qualities make it special. So much deep meaning. To me, A Silent Voice was more of an emotional ride, more of an impact, better film than, I'm gonna get hate for it, than Your Name. Not knocking it, I loved Your Name, but this one really resonated with me and really just stuck and really felt it from start to end. I think about it a lot to this day. And like Your Name, A Silent Voice deserves praise and should be getting so much recognition for what it is as a beautiful work of art, a beautiful film. And yet, at least here in the West, in America and Hollywood, people love it, but it just, it won't get awards, and it should get praise. Both those films should get a lot of praise. And it has always irritated me to see animation not taken seriously when it's honestly way better than 90% of the Hollywood churns out each freaking year. And I'll probably make a video on that at some point, because I feel like animation deserves more recognition than it does. And not just always Disney because it's Disney, when clearly there's better animated films out there than Disney. This film was animated beautifully, and it told a story, quite honestly, better than what it could possibly have done live action. I don't know. A lot of times that's why we like our anime, and we choose anime, because that does things that real life can't do, and it can still convey a story and bring you characters in a world and a life that you enjoy. And it's a shame that it just can't be taken seriously, especially here in the West. Being a fan of animation and artist myself, the animation was flawless. It was beautiful, breathtaking. I loved it. The character designs were great. The softness of it, the colors and just the backgrounds, everything about it was just, I thought, really, a lot of times, simple, easy, beautiful strokes. Just great design, the flow, the appeal, truly luscious. Yes, luscious. And the music was also beautiful and fitting. I loved the music. It really set the mood and the tone and everything throughout each scene, each important of this, whether it be something good, bad, depressing, uplifting, you name it. The music was fitting. I never was a fan of the song My Generation. It was a fitting opening number to, you know, the movie. And now when I hear that song, I think of A Silent Voice. Funny how that worked out. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. I couldn't recommend this enough. I usually try not to say, hey, go watch this, must watch this. So I feel like everyone should just... Anime fans should see this. Animation fans should see this. Fans of great film in general, great cinema in general, should go see this. Seriously, I don't usually recommend things, but I do highly recommend this. You should see it. It will affect you. It'll make you feel. It'll make you ponder life, rethink things in life about yourself and of others and those people you might see different, or it'll make you might want to befriend them and see it how they see it, how they go through life. You know, the whole you in their shoes type of thing. It's that kind of a movie. Powerful film. Amazing to see anime touch this subject, to do something so amazing like this and just take a step further and give us a film that's better than, again, most live-action films. It's amazing what anime can do, what animation can do. And I heard the dub did a good job of casting a deaf girl doing the voice of Shoko, so that was cool. So, again, that's nice that they had care and thought put into the sub and the dub. A Silent Voice, Goe no Katachi, is a film that should be gaining your attention. Beautiful in and out. My favorite film of this year. Well, that I've seen this year, so. Because technically it came out early. But, yeah, in Japan. But 10 out of 10 for me. Perfection. I loved it. I can only say good things about it. And I want to go check out the manga and see what else there might be of it. So, and with that, thank you. Don't like it? Don't watch anime! Go watch Transformers.